Kia ora and welcome to a very special edition Into the Cloud podcast today. I am very excited after the announcement about 12 months work that we've been going through to get to this point.
Yeah.
But the announcement that Umbrellar is now part of the global Pax8 family.
Very exciting day.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
Dave.
Isn't this an intimate setting?
It's so intimate.
You know?
It's very intimate.
And normally we do these podcasts, with partners, with vendors, with
Yes.
Microsoft, and today just me and you.
It is.
But it's definitely not been just me and you for the past 12 months. As today we've announced to the market for both Insight for our customers and Umbrella employees that we're joining the Pax8 family. So one hell of a day, one hell of a ride, and into the future that we go. So
how are you feeling, Dave?
Oh, do you want the professional version or the unprofessional version?
Unprofessional version.
It's been in the last 12 months. We've been working super hard to work on this deal and to become part of the Pax8 family and to continue to work on the great growth that we've had over the last 4 or so years. And for those of you who've been part of, those of you who've bought and sold businesses and have moved on and brought capital into businesses, it's a lot of work, but the work is there to drive the future of our success of our customers and our employees, and to create opportunity for all of our staff, to which there is no better suitor than Pax8 to jointly go on the journey with, to transform not just New Zealand, which has been our mission since we birthed the business of Umbrella, but now to take that mission further into Australia and New Zealand and to Asia, and bring in the resources that our customers and partners are demanding.
That was still a pretty professional version.
Yeah, that's true. I just can't help myself.
No, but I guess also you were employee number one of Umbrella. So I guess for you, is there any sort of personal feelings around what this means now, kind of having the Pax8 family as our overarching family?
Look, we've got 60 people in the team. You're right, so I was employee number one, and it's been a privilege to be able to employ that much payroll over the course of the last 5 years. We've created 50 to 60 opportunities for people to come and play out with the best tech, with the best customers, with the best cloud platforms on the planet, and that's been awesome. And it really has been cool. Right from marketing, sales, delivery, engineering, becoming a Microsoft distributor, launching my CSP, working with our partners on their aspirations to grow overseas. Everything that we've done over the past 5 years has been to respond to market demand. And the market demand right now is, I need more support to take me to the cloud and best architect, but my businesses are also overseas.
Yeah.
And New Zealand's second largest export now is tech. We need to be where our customers are. And that is not just New Zealand. It's firstly starting with Australia, but also into all other regions of the world. And by becoming part of the Pax8 family, which a very well-funded global business that are so alike in terms of culture to us.
I think I've heard we smell like them, we look like them. That's been kind of the sentiment, right from the start.
Absolutely.
When we've been talking with them.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's a well-known phrase. I say it's well-known. I'm probably going to get it wrong. But if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. And we're at that stage of we've been agile and fast for the past 5 years, and we've done it all on our own. With the fantastic backing of our previous shareholder, Arrow Private Equity, who the team there have done an amazing job to support our business's growth to date. And with the new shareholder coming in of Pax8, it opens up access to new regions, access to different levels of technical support, and the ability to take our MyCSP platform to new regions, and just continue on that disruptive mentality which we've had, to continue to drive what we think is ultimately broken within the IT distribution business of distributors that are focused predominantly on transactional licensing movement, low value add into the supply chain, and we're just not about that. Umbrella has never been about it. Pax8 is definitely not about that. And those partners that want to go big on a global perspective go with Pax8, and those partners that wanted to go big in New Zealand went with us. So we are you know, we're a pretty good match, and I've got full faith in the Pax8 team. John Street, the CEO of Pax8, has done an amazing job since 2014 to become the second largest Microsoft distributor globally. And yeah, I look forward to adding the Umbrella value to his business and continuing to do what we do. And we're just not going to stop here. We've got 60 people in the team. We've got aspirations to considerably grow the size of that to support our partners and customers. And you know, it's awesome. But like, you made a really good point. Like, okay, whilst I was employee number one, there will be people listening to this podcast who have been part of that journey too. And we've only got to this point through their hard work. And it's not just been like a little bit of hard work. It's been like beep hard work to get to this point. And a lot of it hasn't been my work. It's been, well, the work of yourself, the work of everyone that's been part of the team. So for those of you who are listening, just my heartfelt thanks to getting to this point, and I look forward to the next journey, next part of the journey.
So I guess just to get into a little bit of the detail, why now? Why go through this process and grow now?
Just that, like, the customers are demanding it, and we're only there to service them. From the customers of our partners, from our direct customers, the amount of engineering and product knowledge that's needed to succeed in the cloud and get to the end result, which is adding value to the customer, it's never ending. And the ability for us to reach into those skill sets that are overseas, to access a talent pool that's not just in New Zealand, to further benefit New Zealand Inc. is just phenomenal. But also the demand for our skills in New Zealand overseas as well. And part of what Pax8 saw in Umbrella was the amazing engineering talent we've got within our Azure Cloud Center of Excellence. How do you generally take people to the cloud from an Azure perspective? And you know, they're looking to us to go, cool, let's help shape that on a global level. So to go to your original question of why now, the demand has always been there, and it's at a tipping point of where, you know, we can continue to organically grow the business, or we can inorganically grow through partnership and new shareholder. And the second path was, one, created more jobs for people, it satisfied our customers better, and it allowed us to continue to drive the mission of plugging that gap between what the market's just not doing to offering our customers. If we weren't going to do it, we felt that we were underserving the market. And that was the key driver for us to start discussions with the new shareholders and move the business forward.
Awesome. And you've mentioned the 60 staff that we have in the team. What does this mean for the staff? I mean, I guess when we start talking about businesses being brought, the first thing that people start thinking about is the security, the jobs. What does this mean for the people on the team? That's been our priority actually the whole way through. But from your point of view, what does this mean for our people?
You know, when you look at the troublesome scenario that the world has been in over the past 3 years, and the fact that that's had a significant impact on the labour pool, talent coming in and out of the country to be able to satisfy this massive need for technology engineering. Umbrella as a business has been like, we can't recruit quickly enough. Like, genuinely cannot recruit quickly enough to satisfy the need. And what this deal does is it opens up significant opportunity to be part of a far larger resource pool, to create opportunities overseas for those that want to contribute to other regions, allow for the movement of labour, so our teams can explore opportunities in Asia, in the US, in Europe, but also opens up opportunities for them in terms of having different skill sets from overseas contribute to their own learning. And I've been saying this in board reporting packs for the past 3 years. I can continue to recruit and recruit and recruit. I can just keep going to satisfy this demand. And you know, we are the first organisation of significant scale that has joined the Pax8 family in this region, in the whole of Asia Pacific. And the aspirations of the Pax8 team are to go big within this region and to create a considerable force that is disrupting the distribution and services market. Umbrella and the current team that are at play are the core founders of that region, and to help drive the Australian team to grow. I can only see significant opportunity for everyone who's helped get the business to this point as we extend through. And we're not going to be able to change distribution on our own. We're going to need the team to continue to grow, and that's what hopefully at your time at Umbrella, you've seen that. You know, we do not stop. We are relentless, and we will keep going until the job is done. And unfortunately for you guys, the job is never done.
It is relentless and it is non-stop, but that's why we're here.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we do what we do, and you're either on the bus or you're not.
Yep.
And I believe we've got an awesome team, and our team is on the bus. So
yep.
that is exciting. I do see this as an opportunity. I see this as a massive amount of resources, a massive amount of skills, a massive amount of support that we can actually get and learn from others in globally around the world, and actually then also show them what we can do. So I think we've had previous conversations around the labour shortages and around what Kiwis can actually bring to the world and how we can actually expand it. And I only believe that this is a good thing for that.
If you boil it down to its brass tacks, I genuinely believe, the most competent partners in New Zealand to help Kiwi businesses transform their organisations.
Yeah.
Genuinely believe that, and that's why people work with us. That community effect of the best partners in artificial intelligence, IoT, managing technical debt, managing your cloud infrastructure, sustainability design, cloud adoption framework, like you put all that together, there isn't a customer scenario we can't answer for.
Yeah.
However, our partners don't just do business in Aotearoa, they work overseas. And we can't, in our current confined business environment, service them as well as we need to.
Yeah.
Now that our wings are unclipped, away we go, and we can continue to service them overseas to build ANZ's greatest community.
Yeah.
And to foster those relationships that genuinely drive business success, but also customer success for our partners' customers.
And that's a great segue into our partner community and what this means, I guess, or what this will mean for our partners, all the questions that they may have around that. Already we've got, and you've said that, I can name a bunch of our partners that we are already constrained. We cannot support them in the other regions. In fact, I know one who actually uses Pax8 in the US.
That's right.
Already.
Yep.
So they're going to love this announcement. However, I guess for our partners, does this change anything for them? Does this mean anything for them? We don't want them to obviously jump ship. We want them to stay with us. What does it mean?
The whole motion that we've gone through to secure the next leg of Umbrella's success under Pax8 ownership is to facilitate that partner demand. And I genuinely wouldn't have backed this motion if I didn't think it was advantageous to the partners, who ultimately are the core of our business. So what this means for partners directly is, over time, we'll be launching into new regions to be able to support across all the emerging markets within Asia Pacific, the US, which is already part of the core Pax8 proposition, and bringing New Zealand into that as well as Australia. And these are motions that are going to move pretty quickly. We've been working already to look at what our CSP and Microsoft Commerce Engine looks like around that. But for all intents and purposes, this is incremental value to everything that we currently do. Partner enablement has always been core to why partners have chosen to work with us. Cloud adoption framework, managed services, exceptionally clever engineering to help partners drive cloud adoption. That is only going to get larger and deeper in terms of the available resources to drive that. Now, I'm always going to say these positives, right? Absolutely. And the key thing is just clear and open communication. And if there's any queries from any partners, then firstly, your partner development team will be reaching out to you to discuss the recent announcement. And any questions that the partners have at all, we'll absolutely facilitate them, because there'll be things that we won't have thought about, absolutely, that we need to create answers for.
And that's the relationships. That's what we do, and that's what we kind of pride our hat on. So definitely.
Yeah. So we're not going anywhere. Bigger, better, stronger, faster. And this whole motion has been around creating extra value for partners, so they can continue to do what they do.
That bigger, better, faster, stronger is so true. From a vendor point of view, this actually opens doors for us. This allows us into being able to actually support our partners even more so through different vendor relationships as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, and those vendor relationships for us have been exceptionally strong at the New Zealand level, and with a very successful vendor team at Pax8 to now support growing those relationships into ANZ and into Asia Pacific to support where our partners are. We will see growth in our vendor distribution list. Again, it all comes down to demand and propensity for what our partners need to succeed. And whilst we tend to lead that from making sure that we're making big assumptions about what partners need, it's also a two-way street. And the whole appetite to look overseas for investment has been around opening up new markets, and it's going to be so exciting for us to be part of a Asia Pacific journey, which is ultimately where our customers and partners are now working.
So Dave, what does this mean for us moving forward? As in, what are we expecting to see over the next couple of months? What's the journey that our partners, our staff, our team, our vendors will see over the next few months?
If you look at what I genuinely believe Pax8 have seen in Umbrella, it's a business that is highly efficient, very well skilled, and has grown considerably year on year since its inception. We're going to do more of the same, which is core to the reason why we have a new owner. We'll take the best parts of Umbrella and supplement it with the best parts of Pax8 and move forward. What you'll absolutely see from us, though, is overt and over communication in terms of where we're at and what all the implications are, which they will be minimal and not disruptive. I mean, at the end of the day, we've all got a business to run, and so have our partners. But as we incrementally add that value, it'll be very well communicated, to which is a part of the partner developments team to make sure we're well enabled. So yeah, I mean, I would love to say there is grand master plans that we're going to put in place, right? But the reality is we already have a master plan, which is to solve for what we believe is bad distribution.
Yeah.
And Pax8 have got a mission to fix that, and Umbrella have got a plan to fix that. Those plans now align. We continue to put more fuel in the tank, and away we go.
And I think it's pretty clear to say the team's staying the same, the platforms are staying the same. There shouldn't really be much disruption around the everyday business. At the end of the day, the goal is still relationships, communication, and let's actually go out there. And remember why we're actually here. We're here to create amazing solutions using technology for people. And that's what our amazing partners do. Quite often we talk about we are the infrastructure or the boring stuff that make all of the really cool stuff that you guys do over the top work. And so obviously really important to make sure that we are secure, that we are compliant, that we have reliability, so that our partners can actually do the amazing technology to create solutions that allow people to do amazing stuff. I've said amazing a lot there, but but I think it's always, we've got to be careful not to get sucked into the weeds or sucked into the detail, or keeping that kind of, I guess, umbrella approach, keeping that, that's so cheesy, keeping that more high level approach. Why are we here and what are we doing? That doesn't change.
The mission of Pax8, which is now the mission of Umbrella, they're so similar out of the gate, right? To create the world's favorite marketplace for technology professionals who buy, manage and sell cloud. That's what we've been doing for the past 5 years. So the recipe is there, and we're going to add more fuel to the fire, fuel in the tank, and away we go. But it doesn't come without anxiety, of course. Like, when you hear the words like, M&A and we're being acquired, like the realities are, yes, there's a transaction that is in place. I do genuinely believe that the team at Umbrella trust my judgment, and the call is this is absolutely the right thing. Yeah. Absolutely the right thing for our partners and the future success of the business, and I'm pumped by it. I'm not going anywhere, you're not going anywhere, the team's not going anywhere, the team's going to grow. I will continue to lead Pax8 New Zealand and supplement the leadership team across Asia Pacific to make sure we've got continuous growth plans across there, and take what we've done here and support the Pax8 team to, do to the rest of Asia what we've done in New Zealand. That's where we're at.
Sounds like a pretty good plan.
How are you feeling about the whole thing?
I'm excited. From a team point of view and from an individual's point of view, I've had a little bit more time, I guess, to digest this. I've been across it, but I really do see this as an opportunity. I was asked the other day around when I said, look, we've got plans to expand into Asia. We couldn't say why, but that's what it was. And the question was, do you see that as an opportunity for you? Yes, absolutely. And I am excited about where this can take umbrella. I do believe this is sort of that next step. It's that helping hand up, right? We would get there anyway, but this is just going to make it so much quicker for us, so much faster. And the comfort is that as a team, nothing changes. We're all here, we're staying here, and this is the way forward for us.
That's it.
It's exciting. Now, Dave, to find out more, if you want to know, we have obviously got press releases, there's video clips. If you haven't seen it, Pax8 actually launched a pretty awesome launching into Australia and New Zealand video clip, which might show the Sydney Harbour Bridge in it. So I do encourage you, jump on there, jump on LinkedIn, jump on pax8.com.
Yep, absolutely.
And you can find out more about what we're doing. It will direct you to the ANZ site, and obviously just reach out to us, have a chat.
Yep.
But otherwise, here's to the next chapter.
Yep. And look, just from the, again, like I want to really nail this one home for the Umbrella team that have been part of the journey since 2018 when we launched. Like, here's to you guys. This is part of the journey. We've still got some way to go, but we're here because of you guys. And thank you for all your efforts. On to the next part of the journey. But for any information, pax8.com.
Time to do the mahi.
Time to do the mahi. All right. Thank you, Nadia.
Kia ora.